You need to come up with like a an air conditioned suit like the guys had in Dune
Where would I put it?
on yourself.
What part of yourself? In particular.
Can you point to yourself to which part of myself it would go to?
Do we need a doll? Show me where on the doll.
Jeremy is the doll. Be my doll.
Yeah, I have a bunch of circular tattoos on my intimate places where children can point to if they,
Welcome back to Rabbit Troop Sucks. We're a podcast about obscure, forgotten about, and often overlooked films. And sometimes if anyone alludes to criminal activities, why don't you shut your goddamn mouth about it?
Yeah. This is a chill space.
Welcome back to Rabbit Troop Sucks. Kashink, that was the sound of my blade opening. And as Mike knows, it cannot return until blood has been tasted upon. It's
Kashink.
That's true.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, tasty blood. Got the bloodlust, everybody. We are Rabbit Troop Sucks, podcast, obscure, forgotten about, often overlooked films. Today we're going to be looking at Brewster's Millions from 1985, another 40th anniversary. And as always, I am Paula. Next to me is Mike.
Hey.
There is Lamar.
Hello.
Jeremy.
Tally-ho.
And Collin.
Hey.
Hi, Collin.
Hi.
And we're going to be looking at, we've done this over a span of time, but we're going to be looking at John Candy's third 1985 film. We have already done Volunteers, one of Collin's first films with us, and we've done Summer Rental. And John Candy was in all three of those films in 1985. I don't know if you guys...
It's a busy guy.
Yeah, I mean, it seems kind of like a lot of fun. I mean, if you look at it outside of Summer Rental, a lot of this is more bit parts, like Volunteers was a bit part. This is more of a bit part. But yeah, Brewster's Millions, 1985. A minor league baseball player must spend $30 million in 30 days in order to inherit $30 million. However, he's not allowed to...
$300 million.
Yeah, sorry, $300 million. Correct. However, he's not allowed to own any assets, destroy the money, gift it, give it to charity, or tell anyone about it. Some of that's mostly true. He is allowed to give small parts, 5% to charity.
5%.
5% gambling. He is not allowed to tell anyone, and that is true. So, hey, everybody. Rabbit Troop Sucks, telling you about what he's going to inherit, what he's not. Richard Pryor plays Montgomery Brewster. Last time we saw Richard Pryor, Moving, 1988. John Candy plays Spike Nolan. Last time we saw him, as noted, Summer Rental, 1985. We have a bunch of other people in this movie that we're going to know, like that we've seen along the way. Rick Moranis has a super big role in this, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Pat Hingle, Pat Hingle was the bartender. Last time we saw him was The Quick and the Dead. Also Commissioner Gordon in Batman. He is in a ton of stuff. I like this guy. Every time I see this guy, I like this guy. It cements the deal with this guy's character in this movie. I know it's a bit part, but I really do like this guy.
He's so nice.
Yeah,
he's very supportive.
Yeah, like it's a weird dynamic and a weird role. And holy shit, we got Jerry Orbach. I mean, come on. Most notable, we got Jerry Orbach, Law and Order, and if I have to go this far, Dirty Dancing. But we've got some other people along the way, which is pretty good. The director, Walter Hill, pretty diverse here, buddies. Crossroads 1986, which I would like to get to maybe next year. Ralph Macchio, come on, dueling the devil with a guitar. Mm-hmm. Also, the director of The Warriors, were you ready for this? And Trespass. Wasn't ready for that one. He is director and writer of 48 Hours as well. Very notable. Writers we got here on this, we got George Barr McCutcheon, based on his novel. This dude was born in, he died in 1928. He was born in 1866. There have been other Brewster's Millions stories here, and we have a couple writers, I can't read my handwriting, Timothy Harl and Herschel Weingrad, both on Trading Places, and the first one on twins.
Wait, so this story was written like
in 1860, or yeah, it's in the 1800s.
Wow.
So I assume like the story without reading it is just like, you've inherited $100, young man. Like, oh my God, 100 gold pieces.
I wonder how that's adjusted for.
I'll buy candy for all the kids and hats for all the madams.
It was like $30 million in the. You could buy the entire planet. Like, you literally couldn't spend that much.
a quarter.
Yeah,
Buy my own hotel. Yeah, that's my thought. Like this is like as old as time. Like someone inherits a bunch of money. I guess there's a caveat. That'd be my guess. That it's just loosely based on this concept, this idea of inheriting riches. But yeah, that's all I really got for you.
Okay.
I did want to note, though, I had some side notes. I was like, what did I write to myself? I was like, my God, Rick Moranis, super bit role in this movie. Rick Moranis, if you don't know, come on, Little Shop of Horrors, Parenthood, definitely Ghostbusters.
Dude, Spaceballs.
I was just going to note
what
because
about the
he is...
Honey, I Shrunk the fucking animals.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. But as
Animals.
as Mike notes, Spaceballs is getting a sequel, 2027, and Rick Moranis is going to be in it. Holy shit. They couldn't get him back in Ghostbusters, but he's going to be back as...
Yeah, that's because Spaceballs is better than Ghostbusters.
I mean... honestly, come on, guys. Like, look, Rick Moranis, 30 seconds in Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah, no, it's a shame.
That's crazy.
So can we talk about the new Spaceballs for a second? Because this is a John Candy movie that we're kind of talking about.
Yeah, I also wanted to note this. Sorry, that's my second note. I'm glad Mike's transitioning because I did write like, hey, Spaceballs out of retirement. Then I'm like, John Candy plays Barf, and I don't know how they're gonna like.
Well, that was my question.
Yeah.
Who do we want to be Barf?
I don't think they're gonna. I just, honest to God, I don't think they're gonna replace him.
Oh, cool. It'll be like a Son of Barf situation.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be like a memorial or something along those lines. Like,
But that,
like a
like
nice
Son of
tribute.
Barf.
What I want, I don't know why, but I want Matt Berry, and I don't want him to
that'd be
explain the
perfect.
accent.
But for him to be the son of Barf,
Just whoever.
fantastic.
Yeah, he can
That'd
just
be
be
great.
Barf and just not
I
talk
can't
about.
have that.
No, I know you can't.
I was about to say, if it wasn't...
You know who it's gonna be? Josh Gad.
Son of Barf.
Yeah,
I was
I
thinking,
think that would work.
Yeah, it would work. I don't like Josh Gad a ton, but
but he's the one who was really pushing for this.
if it wasn't a
Yeah, okay.
Mel Brooks,
Yeah,
I would
just-
say it would
who's
be...
going to be Joan Rivers?
That would be amazing. Who's gonna
hologram of
replace-
Joan
Yeah, we
Rivers.
can't replace her either. I honestly just, I mean, yes, I am way too
Yeah.
nostalgically tied to John Candy, but I also don't feel alone on that. There's a meme.
No, you're probably right.
Yeah, like there's a meme, honest to God, I saved on my phone because I was like, someone out there gets me, and clearly lots of people get me on this. And it was just a picture of John Candy, and the meme, like the words were something like, every now and then I just see this guy and he just makes me laugh. Like, God, I miss John Candy. And I was like, yeah, dude, totally. Like, whoever wrote that, I absolutely get. He's just such an iconic big name. Like, I would not want them to replace him, but to memorialize him somehow. But yeah, throw in like Son of Barf or something like that. I'm completely gaming on.
She's AI.
Yeah,
That's all you need.
You're getting Jack Black, but probably.
That's the son.
that's the low hanging fruit that I don't want.
It
You know,
is
Louis
low-hanging fruit.
Pullman is going to be in it, right?
Is that Bill Pullman's son?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I would assume that he's almost
Is
going
he
to
cool?
be.
Has he been in anything that I would know?
I have only seen him in Lessons in Chemistry with Brie Larson, and I thought he was solid in it, like
Okay.
really, really good. But it wasn't a comedic role, so I'm like,
Sure.
I mean, but Bill Pullman has also been in very dramatic things and very comedic things. So I'm like, if he has any of Dad's chops, like, let's bring it
Yeah.
on. So I've only seen him in a serious role, and it wasn't like overly. Well, there were moments. It was more his roles were dramatic, but his roles were more like also like a normal person sometimes. So I don't know. I think if he's got anything Daddy's got, let's bring it to the table. I'm just so happy in some capacity Rick Moranis is back.
Yeah.
My real question is he ever going to take off the helmet? Like, so Rick Moranis,
has to.
well, he reprised his role as Darth
in
Helmet
the
in the
Goldbergs?
Goldbergs, in the end of an episode of the Goldbergs, which was like huge. They're like, oh my God, this guy, like, outside of very minor voice acting, hasn't done much. He was in straight up retirement. And he was at the end of an episode of Goldbergs, and he reprised his voice only. So I'm like, is that it? But I'm like, who knows?
Do you know how old his kids are?
I have no idea. I mean, they would have to be, I would assume, in like their 20s, 30s.
I would have
30s.
because he left acting to raise
Yeah,
his
so
kids.
30s,
after,
probably like 30s, 40s.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking maybe like he just made a deal with himself that he wouldn't act again until his kids were adults or whatever, and maybe like whatever benchmark he gave himself has been reached, and he's like, okay.
Well, I mean, yeah. So if anyone listening doesn't know this, like, so Rick Moranis' wife died, unfortunately, of cancer, I believe in the 90s. And at that time, He like, very notably told the public, like, I'm going into retirement. Like, I just want to be with my kids. That's the most important thing. And he's done very few things since. All of them, and from my understanding, voice acting. I think he reprised his role as one of the McKenzie brothers, as we did Strange Brew, once for maybe like an extended commercial or something. And then he did a cricket phone ad with Ryan Reynolds like 2 years ago.
Gross.
So everyone's like, oh my God, he did this, but not Ghostbusters. Strange. So
Well, he needs gas money, man. You got to get some
I'm
gas money.
I'm
He
sure the
probably drives a
residuals
Mercedes.
this guy's getting in
Maybe,
and those movies I named are nice.
maybe it was like
Yeah, but that goes to pay like the bills. Like he needs
Right.
gas money. That's where that cricket money
maybe
goes.
Mel Brooks
right
was
into the
just
gas
like,
tank.
look, I'm a million years old. Just fucking do this for me, buddy.
That's what I read online. That I can't take
really?
credit for. Well, no. Some dude I
Okay.
saw, like some random guy, was like, Mel Brooks is going to be almost 100 years old when this movie comes out. That guy asks you to be in that movie.
Right,
you
you
be
do
in
it.
that damn movie because he himself will be in
Yeah.
that movie. So I'm like, you can't really say no to that guy at that point in time.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. And maybe his kids were like, "Bro, you love this fucking franchise. Just do it.
Totally.
We don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
We want some inheritance, so go. Make
I
them."
also have to assume, not jokes aside, Mel Brooks seems like the guy who'd be like, dude, do you think I'm doing much more after this?
Right.
Like, statistically speaking, it's not
I will
going.
die during the filming of this.
That is
movie.
likely. You might have to play 2 roles, so you're my understudy as well. So get ready for that. You're gonna be yogurt.
Not to derail this podcast further. Have any of you ever watched Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee?
Yeah,
I've
so
seen-
a
I've seen
couple
some.
episodes.
There's an episode where it's not in a car. He just goes to their apartment, where it's Mel Brooks and Carl Reiner just hanging out. Because apparently they got together like almost every day and like got sandwiches and whatever. They both seem like the sweetest fucking people. And
Nice.
Do they?
Sadly, Carl Reiner is not with us anymore. But like Mel Brooks asks you to be in Spaceballs too, you be in Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. I like that theory a lot better than, he got concussed in 2020 after getting punched in the face, and now he's
yeah,
willing to do
Jesus.
stuff.
Right.
Again.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you remember that
What
one?
was that about?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Again, listeners, if you don't know the inner workings of Rick Moranis' day to day, a handful of years ago, randomly walking down the street of New York, some guy just punches him in the face, and like people are like,
I feel
"Oh
like
wow,
you're kind of
he's like not
ready
in
for that as a New Yorker.
I guess yeah, people are like, he's not in movies, but now is on TV for being punched in the face. So this is great.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
That's kind of how I haven't heard from Moranis in years and years and years, and all of a sudden
Like
I turn on my
texting.
TV, and all of a sudden, bam,
We text.
You got Morand.
you got Moran on the street.
Miranda
You're
eyes.
Miranda
That's fucked.
So, Brewster's Millions.
Oh, yeah.
What about his millions?
So some clucks having a day.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin with that.
Okay. Yeah.
But some.
But you
clucks.
Begin at
really
the,
amused yourself with that. So
Begin at the baseball stadium that has a train that goes.
I
to
like the
outfield.
train. Yeah.
Choo choo.
That's what
Choo choo.
I need more
Yeah,
baseball
that's what the
stadiums. Need
Savannah Banana
trains
started.
just
Right.
going through them. Am I right?
Yeah.
I know.
That's
I feel like it would. It makes
stretch.
like you could put like little like targets on the train, and like if you hit like something through there, like
Throw,
you get 5 points.
throw coal in the
Everyone's-
bullseye. Get a stuffed animal.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Everyone's having a good time.
I don't think they should stop the game when the train comes through.
Sure.
Just play through it.
that
No,
seems
not
like
at
the end
all.
of Naked Gun when they show all those bloopers
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
the sports game. Like a tiger jumps on the field.
Right. If you get it into one of like the cars as it's going through, that's like an extra
Yes.
super home run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a hot dog.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
If they can just throw like the hot dogs from the cars out into the field.
Oh, yeah.
Just have a free promotion day, something like that. I don't know.
Rockies, are you hearing anything?
Exactly.
We're trying to say
Yeah.
to you?
You got
train
that
out
weak
there.
ass
Fuck.
Taco Bell deal that never happens
You know.
because you fucking suck.
Rockies, based on your playing, you want to distract the audience any way you can. So a train,
That's right.
these games.
And it works because Coors
You got to
Field is
retrofit a train yard.
It's
in
right by
center
the
field.
train yard. We can just reroute trains right over there.
We
It's
should.
easy.
I'll pitch that next time.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a city planner,
You could be.
but I could be.
With ideas like that.
Guys,
Yeah.
I want to be train guy. This
Paul for RTD.
is gonna be Adam Scott in Parks and Recreation. They're like, I became a mayor when I was 18, and like all the ads were like, Ice Town, Ice Clown. No, it's like Ice Clown makes Ice Town and sinks town. Yeah, like and he was like ridiculed and like banned from that town. I'm gonna be trained through Stadium Guy. Like, yeah, this guy like promoted it and spent like $5 billion on it, and then like lost all this money. Now they're like people are coming to my house with like pitchforks. It's great. It's good times.
Yeah.
Locomotion causes commotion.
Perfect.
Like Kylie Minogue doing the locomotion. But you're not Van Damme, and this isn't Street Fighter. Get your head in the game, Paul. Come on, man. Okay, so we got Brewster. He's got millions.
Not yet.
He doesn't yet.
He's gonna get
Called
it.
him a cunt.
He's got $11,000 that he made this year.
Yeah. So they're playing a baseball game. Orbachels. Gotta grab him by the Orbachels sometimes.
Jeremy, I 100%
Pepto-Bismol.
thought you were drinking a bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, Jeremy's drinking Pepto-Bismol, looking at Orbachels, trying to get his stomach in line.
That was like a special.
There's
blend of
nothing that
banana
goes down
boat.
smoother than fucking whiskey and Pepto, baby.
Pepto-Bismol.
So, this
They call
movie,
that a blowout.
this movie starts off with basically like what I'm assuming is a AAA team, but like there's no way. There's no way
No.
these players are even AAA in 85.
No.
I noted, and I'm not even making fun of anyone, like Brewster's structure, like his body type, this
Yeah.
guy's like 120 pounds. Like Richard Pryor is like a small dude. He's like 120 pounds tops. I'm not making fun of him. Just like these other like real life baseball players, like when they go up against the Yankees later, these would be like hulking dudes. In 2025 and above, oh my God, this would be like David versus Goliath. I mean, this would be just a little guy.
Yeah, but he's a pitcher.
Like
Yeah, he thinks he's good enough for the Yankees, you know?
Jeremy, think St. Louis Mark McGuire steroid years. That dude was like beast mode. That dude was like, his arms were like as long as like a 70-inch TV. Like that guy was like an animal. If he was going up against like Richard Pryor, like if a baseball came his way, it would destroy him. It'd go through his mitt like a cartoon and then through his body like a cartoon. And then there would be a hole and someone would look through it and
Well,
go, "Doi."
John Candy does kind of make note of that. He's like, listen, you know, I get it. You think you're good enough for the Yankees, but you are currently playing on a baseball team where there is a train going through the outfield.
Yes.
John Candy has the physique of a baseball player.
Yeah. Well,
John
he's
Candy
in the-
is a catcher.
He's a catcher
Right.
position. He has a catcher body.
Yeah, and his physique might only get away with that. Like he would have to be like top tier catcher, but like
Hey, Babe Ruth was a tubby.
yeah, but that was like 50
Yeah.
years before.
That's true.
Fair, but you
That's
know.
true.
They have perfect like single A bodies for single A ball, not even triple
A-bod.
A body. They
Single
got A bod.
bodies.
RTS all about the A-bod.
I can buy Richard.
Hunky boys.
I can buy Richard Pryor, kind of just a rail thin, scrawny pitcher. There's a lot of those in single A ball, and John Candy just
to fry.
and John Candy being a slightly like overweight catcher, that's fine for. They get away with it for single A ball in this scene,
Yeah.
so I can buy it.
Oh, I'm
Candy's
sorry. I thought that was Richard Pryor over there.
John Candy's a husky boy.
Yeah, he's
Not my Husky boys.
we got a scrawny boy and a husky boy
It's
just
not
playing
all
some
about.
ball.
It's not all about the Husky boys,
No, not all of it.
or is it?
It is.
It is.
The frig.
Well, one of the scrawny boys, he has aspirations because he's thinking about getting scouted by what he thinks is a scouter. In
Yeah.
the,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
thinks there's a
Stands.
scout.
There is a reporter,
Or
however we note this.
a
There
man.
is a reporter
Photographer.
for hire. We later learn it's sort of paparazzi to an extent.
He's like I thought he was like a private dick.
I just
Yeah.
thought he was like low tier photographer,
No, he's low. He's definitely low tier. whatever he is.
low hanging dick.
Yeah.
Yep.
He does.
That's
exactly
the
what's
advertisement. That's where you
asked
go. I should look that up in the yellow pages.
Hey, for 85, he has his flash camera and his paparazzi hat.
Yeah, he's got the hat and the
good to
pen.
That would have been
low
your
tier.
your private investigator license, low hanging dick. Private investigator.
Better than the
service.
pop.
It's amazing. If I fucking start a private investigator service, that's
Which
the
you
name
should.
of it.
Low hanging dick.
I mean, Jeremy, let's just start it for like one case.
I'll sell you the website for $5,000.
Let's just start it one case, knowing we're gonna ruin that person's life.
Yeah, you can't win. You can't win them all, man.
Like, why are there 7 of you? I don't know. Like, I'm only paying this amount of money. Oh, yeah.
That's all we need.
And I was talking about films the whole time. Like, where's my child? Like, you ever seen Brewster's movies? Pop, pop.
That's how it happens.
I'll tell you how I'm going to look for your child. Have you seen The Golden Child? It's going to be like that.
Oh, man.
Did you have blood in your farina? Well, Brewster quickly, well, the game's over. They go to the bar. This is kind of a weird moment because Brewster, Montgomery Brewster, and John Candy Spike, they're hitting on these women successfully overall. And they're not really doing anything wrong.
No,
then
these women are ready to fuck.
Right. And then these dudes walk in. They're like, what the hell? These are our girlfriends. And they're like, what? And they're like, no, we're not. We're not. What's going on? What? I'm like, it really isn't John Candy or Richard Pryor's fault. But it's a full-on brawl. I love the like prep up to the scene. Like the bartender, I think, just gets on the payphone and she calls the police. She's like, yeah.
There's going to be a fight.
Yeah, there's going to be a fight. Send someone over. And like people are all like prepped up for this. And there is a fight. And John Candy and Richard Pryor wind up in jail, and Orbach shows up, and I guess this has been a thing. Rowdy baseball players, they get in fights. Orbach, gets them out, and not this time. They're dropping them. They're like, we're going for younger players next year. And
We
they're like,
can't afford this shit.
yeah, they're like, come on, we got one more game, and Jerry Orbach's like pretty much like, I know, like that's why we're not going to bail you out. Like we're just going to let you sit here next season. We're going to get these new dudes and peace out.
It seems like you bail out your winning pitcher. He just won the game for you.
Right.
Like just pay the money, get him out. Don't hire him again next year, but like
Well,
Yeah.
his salary was like $11,000.
Right.
Not then.
The
That was
bail-
his highest salary.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
The bail was like $3,000, so I can see.
I would say this.
Wait, his highest salary was $11,000, and it was mentioned that he did play for the Chicago Cubs.
At one point in time. So he didn't make that much.
The Cubbies are not really bringing it.
Yeah, was that before like the minimum league requirement?
It would have had to have been.
To quote Back to the Future too. Would have gone back in time and put some money on the Cubbies. With that, even just being your friend, I'd bail you out.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, well, like you're fired, but remember me bailing you out when the knife comes out. Remember that. Tell me to call in sick that day, and I will. So yeah, they're just left to rot. But then they go before the judge, and that reporter dude, paparazzi guy, or whatever he was, he's like, nah, I'm going to pay all their fees, their bonds, everything. You guys got to come with me, specifically Brewster. This dude wants to talk to you, or I want to show you some stuff. It's under my trench coat. It's in an alley. It's
He's
worth
like,
the
just
money.
feel under there. I'll cough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Using the whole fist duck.
Getting up in there.
And they do. So they go meet this guy,
In the alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get fisted.
Rupert Horn.
Well, this guy's
He's
in.
dead.
Yeah.
He is not going to get up from that night.
Well, they go to New York.
They go to New York.
And he thinks Brewster thinks he's going. He still thinks this guy is a scout, and he's going to be on the Mets, and then the Yankees, and then no one.
And then in a.
Yeah, this guy, I don't get maybe he just has like this, like I can't let it go. I used to play for the Cubs, like I know I can do this. But if you're playing on a baseball team that's in Hackensack, New Jersey, and you're playing on the field you were playing on, you've got to know that there's no hope to really get to the major leagues.
Plus, he's in his mid-30s and 2 years removed from a elbow surgery.
I think a lot of players like that are delusional. If you get a hint that maybe there's a scout looking for you, and all of a sudden he picks you up and drives you, and it's like, hey, let's go to New York. I mean, you're delusional enough to get in his car and probably get fisted in the back alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not to play.
Lamar, that's a real shabadoo.
Shabadoo, fisted in the alley.
Shabadoo.
It's whatever it takes to get in the door.
Exactly. That's not what happens, though.
It's not.
He's taken to a much more elegant place in the back alley.
It's a
Yeah.
very nice law office.
Yeah, so we find out through this reel-to-reel, which I love. That's not only recorded on a reel-to-reel, but whoever is doing the recording is also doing like some zoom in and zoom out. Because sometimes we see the nurse and Rupert Horn, who's the great uncle to Brewster. Sometimes we see him zoomed in. Sometimes like the nurse is in the backdrop. I was like, wow, this guy went, all stops.
Yeah.
Like you want a professional Death Note.
He had the money.
So yeah, he's dead, unfortunately, and Brewster is not sad. Like, this isn't a sad moment. They never knew each other. The deal is, he is a distant relative, and as noted on this video, he's like, "Hey man, I'm Rupert Horn. I'm your great uncle, and I think you're crap, and I think your family's crap, but." I like that he's like, I want to be...
You're all I have left.
Yeah, he's like, I want to be a straight shooter. And he says something like, no bullshit. We're going to talk directly. Yeah, as Jeremy noted, we're all we have. I was like, I like this guy. Yeah. And he says this crazy story. He's like, my daddy locked me in a closet when he found out I was smoking a cigar once. So he got a full box of cigars and made me smoke the whole box in 3 days. No water, no food. It was the worst thing in my life. I'm going to do the same thing with you in money. So I'm going to make you a deal. So I'm gonna give you $30 million.
Which is I don't get this. So like he knows, this great uncle knows that Brewster has never had money in his life. Like, he's poor. He's trying to like live out his dream, and this guy's gonna like fucking torture him to get this 300. I don't get that. Like, why was his uncle such a dick?
He's gonna come back this money from beyond the grave.
Yeah, and he's talking to him from beyond the grave.
Yeah.
Like, he's having a conversation in the reel to reel.
He loves it.
I like that conversation, but I think the uncle, he's like, his only attachment is Brewster, and that's the only way he can act some kind of revenge, I guess. So I'm guessing that's why he's evil. It's like, this is the only way I can get revenge on my family that I hate, and you're the only one. So fuck it, you're the one.
Yeah, maybe. I took it as like, if I'm going to give you this money, I want you to do something good with it, and you won't if you like money too much. So I'm going to make you fucking hate it.
Right, so I agree with both of you.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably, I think
there's a good middle ground there.
For sure. Yeah, like, if you're going to have it, like, do good with it. And you can't if you like having it.
Right. And I like the ultimate idea is like, you think having all this money is going to be so easy to get rid of, but like, you're going to learn a weird lesson that it's not. But I mean,
not with all those dumb rules.
Yeah, but yes, I totally agree with that.
I feel like I could do this.
Oh, well, I 100% could. Yeah.
Like, there's going to be some flaws and loopholes as we go through this that we're going to like point out. But I really think the moral shouldn't have been like, you're going to keep making money and hate it. I think the moral of what this dude should have said is, because he said, I've never really had friends. I really think they should have leaned into the people that you're going to start meeting once they know you have this money. You're going to hate them, and you're going to find out who really likes you, loves you, cares for you. Because John Candy, like, ride or die throughout this whole movie. Like, he's trying to break some of these rules we'll talk about in a second that he doesn't even aware of. He's trying to stash secret money, which seems like weird shitty, but he's literally doing it because he's like, oh my God, my friend's losing all of his money, and in the end of this, I don't want him to have nothing. So John Candy's nice.
Yeah.
Angela's nice. Like, I understand Angela's point of view from the get-go. I will just get into it. So the deal is, you've got $30 million. I'll give you this $30 million. You have 30 days to spend it. You can't destroy it. You can't have any assets. In 30 days, you could have the clothes on your back, and that's it. And you could have none of this money. If you're able to do this, I will give you $300 million. So you have $30 million, but if you could do this, I'll give you $300 million, which is your true inheritance. If you can't do any of this, I have, what was the clause? The wimp clause?
Yeah. He could take $1 million
cash right now.
Yeah, just
tax-free. And all of this is tax-free.
Which was on the table right there. Mm-hmm. Entice it, Berter.
And he says no.
Yeah.
These two lawyers are there, and so the deal is, if he fails, all of that money will go to their firm, and this is being overseen by like kind of like an executive accountant, Pat Hingle, last seen in The Quick and the Dead, also known as Commissioner Gordon in '89 Batman. So we're seeing this guy everywhere. I love this guy. He is an impartial witness to this, but is enforcing some of these rules. Like, he'll answer questions, but he can't like lean either way. And he very directly says, like, this law firm will get it. They'll put it towards charitable things, but he really says, like, and you would bold or underline the words he's saying. He's like, and I'm sure at a very high rate or cost or whatever he says, like, they will be doing.
They're going to get their cut.
Yeah, like big time. And he tries to be impartial, but that's really implied right there. And Brewster takes it, and he's like, let's do it. Gets John Candy. The paparazzi guy, he's like, you're going to be my reporter. I'm going to give him like $100,000 a week.
Yeah, something like that.
He hires a security guard and 20 other people. Right off the bat, he's like, hire.
I like how they give him the $30 million in just fucking $100. Like it's 4 pallets of $100 bills. Like, what are you? Like, it would take me 30 days to figure out how to get this fucking 4 pallets of money out of this thing.
Those are good pallets, Jeremy.
They were.
Imagine.
I'll tell you what I would have done. I would have set up a nonprofit in order to cool the oceans, and I would have bought like $30 million worth of ice and just dumped it into the fucking sea.
I would have exchanged all that money into $1 bills and dove into it like Scrooge McDuck and his money.
There you go.
I would have dove into it, dove out.
Mm-hmm.
You still have it though. Now you got fucking even more cash, like the physical cash.
I'd be buried in it. I would build a
Just bury
castle.
yourself.
It would collapse on
Done.
me. Yeah, it'd be fine. I'd have the money madness.
Yeah, I would. I would go to the strip clubs a lot.
It's okay. So you would do nonsense. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about what we would each do?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's
wait,
like I just have to get rid of $30 million. I can do that.
Yes, I want to get back to Mike's question. Kind of big time on this.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about what he does so far. Like, so he hires a bunch of people, and then he starts investing, like in a couple things. Like John Candy's hired as basically like his hype man. Like, I don't really know, like his manager of sorts.
Vice president.
Yeah, he plans to buy back the baseball team. He's doing a bunch of stuff. We'll go through it. The stamp is my favorite part, but then I just noticed like I would do that 50 more times. Like, you could just keep doing that. I don't see what the problem is. So that's kind of the loophole. But yeah, so that's kind of what Brewster does. Like, he is buying a lot of people's services. He meets Angela, who is basically keeping track of everything that he's doing.
Yeah, she's a paralegal assigned to him by the law firm,
which is strange.
And she fucking hates him.
Right.
For no reason.
Well, I mean, kind of. I mean, he is not allowed to tell anyone what he's doing. Only Pat Hingle and the lawyers know. So with this, she's like, oh my God, like all the charitable funds, and this guy's just like pissing it all away. Like, what would you do? And the way he's kind of talking is like, you think I'm crazy now? Like, you'll understand. And that's what he's saying to John Candy too. Like, don't just think I'm crazy. You've got to follow me on this. Well, also Angela's husband, Warren, he's a piece of shit. That dude's from Seventh Heaven. I had to look up who that guy was. I did not watch Seventh Heaven, nor did anyone in this room. But he's like the Reverend in Seventh Heaven. He's like the main dude, or Family Guy. So with that guy is also working with the lawyers. They basically, in the long run, they're like, I want him to mess this up. You make sure he messes this up. We'll make you a partner. But he gets derailed because this is such a bizarre writing point or storyline. So Brewster's like, oh, I want like my own place, my own apartment. I want this like plush penthouse. And he rents this out for like exorbitant amounts of money. Cool. So with that, he hires Warren to be his interior decorator. And it's amazing. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Well, isn't Warren's ex-wife also working with him?
Yes, correct.
Okay, she is like the other interior decorator, like the eccentric lady.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He got his
Which,
talent from
that
her.
is weird.
She rubbed him off or something like that.
Oh, you got to rub him off.
Yeah, she did.
Another reason why I think
smiled.
another reason why I think Angela doesn't like Brewster right away is because Angela's married to Warren.
Well,
and
I
Warren's
don't think she's married.
Angela to Warren.
They're engaged, I think.
Oh, okay. She's talking a lot about Warren, all the money that he makes and what he does with it. Whereas Brewster, he shows up in his Cubs jersey at a will reading, and he's just immediately, like you said, just throwing it all away. She's just not buying into what he's selling, and he's just trying to get all up in Angela right away.
Yeah.
She's a very strikingly beautiful woman.
And this is huge on the news. Like, reporters are everywhere. Not just like the reporter that he hired. That's kind of for his own purposes. But it's on the news as like, Montgomery Brewster, like this nobody from this baseball team just inherited all this money. And now this is what he's doing. And one of the first things he does is, as I said, like he assembles a security guard team, which I don't blame him on that. But the reporter, John Candy, some various other people, he's like, I'm taking everyone to a crazy ass fancy dinner. So he does. Buys them all liquor and pork.
Yeah, liquor and pork is the.
I have brought you liquor and pork. Enjoy.
Love me.
Tonight's festivities are brought to you by liquor and pork.
Drink the juice of thy grapes. Let thy flow down thy throat.
That is a gravy dripping.
Come here, Throatius. It's a beastly bottle that needs to be taken care of.
Throatius.
Don't want to meet this Throatius.
Take down a barrel at a time.
Or maybe you do, we don't know.
No.
When Throatius comes around, Bofidis is right after.
I was going to say it's Christmas, but then I was like, oh.
Rhodius is warm as a sleeping bag.
Okay.
Well, well, before we get into our thoughts, everyone wants part of Brewster's money, and I think that's a good transition to what we would do. Like, everyone now is showing up, and although John Candy is like taking, I guess, bids from certain people, like they're going to drill into an iceberg, and some people have inventions, everyone shows up. Like, just absolutely everyone ever is there. And they want his money. And that's why I'm thinking, like, that's where that great uncle should have been like, the characters you meet are going to be, like, determining who you want to become. Like, and that kind of makes more sense. Like, if you want to make quick scam money or do you want to do good in life, like, what do you want to do with this money? But yeah, what would you all do with this money? So you got, Mike, is your question, like, not how you would do this for yourself, like, how would you, like, unload $30 million in 30 days?
Yeah.
So the deal is he could get rid of 10% from gambling, charities. Maybe, I can't remember all the rules, but like, let's say 20% in something else, like minor things. So how would you get rid of like 80% of this money in quick?
Well, it was $30 million in 1985.
Right. So we're talking like 90
It's
million
like
now.
it's 90 million. Yeah.
Well, I mean, first of all, like to just try and get rid of it, like, I feel that would be pretty easy. Like, you just buy something that is going to go to waste. That could be a food product. Sure. It could be ice cream. I mean, you just need to buy $30 million worth.
Right, but one of the contingencies was you had to get value for your money.
Yeah, so people would have to eat it. So, like, if you did buy all that food, which, Jeremy, I think that's still not a bad idea. Like, go to an impoverished area and be like, here's all the food everyone could eat for the day.
But does that count as charity?
That's
ooh, yes.
Yeah, there's so many rules. It gets kind of
There are a lot of
convoluted.
rules,
I have no idea how.
Can you
the
buy
money is
drugs?
Yeah. I mean, that's not a bad idea. You could just spend $90 million on drugs and just die before it's done, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore.
And then he did say, like,
Yeah.
the great uncle gave an example, like, you can't buy the Hope Diamond for some girl. Yeah, so I don't know.
What about hookers?
Yeah, so
you buy hookers, can't you?
The real hang up, I think Mike is identifying is like, when you want, whatever we're about to note is like, we're going to do blank, is someone going to be like, because you're doing that, is that a charitable moment? So one of the things he does, so let me note this, he goes to a stamp store, like a very high-end collectible. I love the guy running in. He's like very snooty, like, ew, these are stamps that people collect, not send to you, dipshit. More. And then he's like, oh, Mr. Brewster, I've read all about you. And he's like, some man.
But you didn't recognize him?
No. He's like, this one man offered me $100,000 for this stamp. I laughed in his face. So then you see in the news, like, Brewster pays $1.5 million for a stamp. And these lawyers are laughing. They're like, these lawyers are very, like, low budget dudes from Trading Places. So I'm not surprised the people from Trading Places worked on this movie. Like the Randolph brothers or whatever.
The Duke brothers.
Yeah, Duke, thank you. So they're trying to talk. They're like, oh, they're drinking their tea. They're like, oh, what a moron. And then they get a postcard and the stamp's on there and it was sent, which one, they would not have sent that stamp. They would need a real stamp on there too. But I could look over that. But my thought is, if he was able to do that, then just buy all the stamps. Write a few letters.
Yeah.
Send it all. There's part of the loophole that you bought something and used it.
Right. I mean, to your point, like, just any valuable currency, if we're counting stamps as a currency, like, just go to, like,
Get a coin and buy a Coke.
yeah, exactly, like, buy like get like a Cougar Ranch or something and like pay for a pizza with it.
Yeah, like the world's like most rare quarter, put that and a couple other quarters into a soda machine and buy like a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Like, there you go.
There you go.
And that's part of the problem. But like, if you weren't doing that, like, outside of these loopholes that we're trying to find, which I do think that was a very memorable part of this film for me. I was like, that's amazing. Well, anything else you guys would do to dump this cash?
One, I would just leave. Like, he's keeping his friends around. I would not do that because that's bad news. I would bounce.
Where would you go?
I would
Would you
not
go back to Maine?
No, fuck that. You'll never spend that money in Maine. I would go to the most expensive. I would go to like Monaco or like fucking Dubai or something.
I don't know. I don't think Richard Pryor has a passport.
Not
in this
even
movie.
gamble. I mean, and also Dubai didn't really exist the way it does now in the 80s. But like for me, I would be spending money on transportation and like accommodations. I googled it really
so let me
quick.
ask you this:
Yeah.
could you rent like a giant, fancy like jumbo jet, but not fly it? Just like I want to rent this for 30 days.
No, for sure, and that's what I do. So I looked this up when we were watching the movie. The most expensive hotel room in the world is like $100,000 a night. I'd be getting a couple of those.
The hotel. Just get the hotel.
Yeah, like book out a hotel. High-end yacht rentals.
Jets.
Yeah, like $600,000 a month for
Yeah.
like a nice yacht. I'd have a couple.
Because Jeremy, you were saying like don't use it, but I'm like use it.
Yeah.
Like I think that then it might be contested. Like you wasted this money, but you're like, oh, I flew people to this place.
Right.
Pay for everyone's plane tickets
Right.
everywhere.
I'd be
Just go to the
spending-
airport. It's on me.
I'd be spending like $100,000 a day in flights to go get breakfast in like Florence. And then I'd take a helicopter from my $100,000 hotel room to my $500,000 yacht. Like I'd be burning money on transportation for me and all my homies.
I also brought up to these guys as we were watching this, Angela Drake, who's like the paralegal in charge of like keeping track of all the money. I would fire her, like not because I didn't like her. She is trying to stifle him every which way. Like, oh my God. Like, so like everyone else is like, oh, I'll take all your money and that's dope. But she's one of the few people like, oh my God, like, I can't believe you're doing this with your money. And she's trying not to say a lot, but does. And he does listen. And clearly she later is like, oh my God, all the good you could do with this money. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, and you're just like spending it on nothingness.
yeah, she just fucking sucks.
I mean-
Isn't she appointed by the?
yeah, I don't think he can fire her.
So that's the thing. Like, she is appointed, but I would just go back to Pat Hingle and just be like, this woman keeps highlighting like all the wrongdoings I'm doing. I want someone who's in this position who just doesn't say a word to me. Like whoever is going to take over, like they're just going to keep
Right,
track
someone
of
less
this.
altruistic.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because but I do understand her
You
point.
could cut out her tongue.
Yeah, that could cost a
For
few
money,
bucks.
yeah.
just hire someone to do her job that you actually interact with, and just let that person be your middleman.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like he's
But
not
I-
allowed to tell people what he's doing, right? Or
Yeah, put her in charge of the charitable stuff.
but like, couldn't he be like, I don't want this money. I don't want to be rich. Like, I just want to have a good time for a month. Do you want to come on that ride with me? That seems way easier.
Right, and if not, I'm going to fire you.
yeah. Well, I don't think he can fire her. I think she's like appointed and part of the deal. At least that's what I inferred. But I mean,
I'd put her in.
I don't like her hair.
I'd put her at like a desk job, like position.
yeah.
I'd be like, we're gonna give you all this stuff, but I'm gonna hire someone else who's gonna report to you, and they're really cool.
I just don't know what her fucking problem is. Like, this crazy millionaire's like, I'm gonna buy you shit and take you cool places, and he's like, but you could do other stuff. Yeah, she's
Like,
just,
what
she's
about
all
the
in-
orphans?
yeah, fuck them orphans.
The orphans
Exactly.
with problems,
Yeah, everyone's got problems.
with needs.
I mean, like, this isn't great, sure, but like, you know, just roll with it.
It's like I got 30 million problems.
Right. And
I
also,
would just be like, you've got to spend money to make money.
Right.
Wink, wink.
yeah,
Which
I'd,
he does.
And I would
Dude,
just
I'd
do
be-
that for 30
I'd be on the
days.
phone to fucking Bezos. I'd be going to the moon with Katy Perry. That's what I'm doing right now.
And that dick rocket?
Yeah,
You
and the
take
dick
a
rocket.
dick rocket to the moon.
Yeah.
You could go. Gotta be careful though, otherwise you might.
Mike, would you have
down
2
by the
dick
Titanic.
rockets?
Yeah.
You'd run out 2 of them?
However
Like,
many
would you
he's
have
got.
the dick rockets like intersect and like as they go into orbit, like the 2 dick rockets intersect
Yeah.
They don't touch
as they
though.
pass like that, and then like you can wave from one dick rocket to the next.
Yeah.
It's like a poster or a T-shirt.
Right.
It'd be like an iron-on to someone's hoodie. I could
Dick-
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that at a festival.
It's like a 90s trapper keeper with the dolphins in
Yes.
the moonlight, but dick rockets.
yeah.
Dick Rocket hoodie.
Yeah.
Hey, that's I like it.
Yeah.
You know those dolphins.
I wonder if you get like a dick rocket hoodie after you ride on that thing.
those
Like
dolphins.
you get off and
Oh, you get off.
You ride on it and get off.
Yeah.
They cause people to glorify dolphins, and we saw what happened in Johnny Mnemonic when people think too hard about dolphins.
That dolphin got off too.
That poor dolphin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not really.
Yeah.
Nah, he's all right.
I am glad that I didn't watch Johnny Mnemonic.
Are you?
Once I figured out, like, there's no way I'm going to do this movie tonight or this recording, I was like, I'm not going to watch that movie.
In the nude.
That's how I watch all my
Johnny Mnemonic.
movies.
It's a different kind of
Yeah.
movie. I love that movie.
Okay.
Profane.
Cool.
All right, Brewster.
Well, so we've established what we would do, I guess.
He's kind of doing the same thing too. He's renting out, he's renting out a whole stadium, and I guess he's just going to give everyone a free ticket to see.
Yeah, well, yeah, a lot of this is just like really geared up that he is now the owner of the Bulls, which was his AAA team, and they're going to
He rented the team. He's not the owner.
Yeah, he
just
can't own it.
rented. He leased the team for a month.
He's
Nice.
leasing his fucking clothing too.
Yeah. But he bought everyone new clothing, which is nice.
Well,
So,
just not himself.
new uniforms.
Let me tell you, I
Going
think
to-
that would be so nice, man. To like go to like a high-end hotel where you don't have to like pack any clothes, and you just get there and you're like, I need clothes for how long you gonna be here? 7 days. All right,
Yeah,
we'll
great.
put you something
Bring 'em
together.
in.
We'll put you together the outfits. Yeah, you're gonna visit the pool? Sure, we got some nice trunks for you.
If you have enough money, I'm sure you could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did.
I know.
I'd just be doing it somewhere way more expensive than Manhattan.
Yeah, well, so the big thing is a lot of this movie is geared up towards this baseball career. He wants some kind of professional role in baseball, which is just ridiculous, as we've noted. So his team is going up against the New York Yankees, which is bananas.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't know what to say about this.
Yeah, it's like a 3-inning exhibition game
Yeah.
in
Jer-
Hackensack.
Jer-
Well, he
Jeremy's shaking
wants
his
to
head.
do this 3-inning thing because earlier in the game, he's like, I guarantee you I can get anybody out for 3 innings. He's like, that's what I have in me, which isn't saying a whole lot since baseball's 9 innings.
Yeah.
Right.
But, whatever.
You could switch pitchers up, man.
Yeah.
It's not like
And this is a
Yeah.
single A pitcher
Yeah,
trying to
he's-
get some Yankees out. He's not going to pitch 9 innings.
No.
It's not going to happen for him.
Which is highlighting again that there's no way in hell that he's going to go to the major leagues again. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
over.
like, it's sad. Like, it is noted that this dude played professionally and then was downgraded to back to AAA. And I feel statistically, not many people go back to the majors after that, especially at his age.
It
And his-
happens sometimes.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, statistically. Then you throw in his age and various other things that, like, he's long in the tooth. Like, he's missed his window. Like,
Yeah.
I feel any recruiter isn't going to be like, that's the guy we're going to have for 1 year. Like, you're looking for a little long term. Like at best, like that's what he
Let's
would
hire this 42-year-old for
Right.
1 season.
Yeah, we're gonna love
we have
it.
to get rid of $30 million too.
Yeah, that's great. Like that's the basis of the natural, and that ain't what we're seeing here. Like this guy isn't just hitting homers like every which way. I was just like, this guy's adequate at baseball.
Yeah,
At his
this
level?
guy looks like a functional meth addict.
It's fine.
I don't think we're gonna hire him.
And even worse, as you illustrated, Paul, he's against the Yankees, and they brought out these big ass Yankees, and here are these single A little scrawny little Richard Pryor, 85.
It's like a movie I saw the other night with a little Dracula and a little mummy.
What was the name of that movie?
What?
It's like
The Creeps.
The Creeps.
Yeah.
Thank you, Charles Band. And thank you, Jeremy's
They got the
Pepto-Bismol.
creeps. I just grabbed a bottle cooler and it happens to be fluorescent pink.
That's what that
Bottles
is.
and cans. Just clap your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, then there's a game played for 3 innings.
Yeah.
It's glorious.
This is so fucking stupid, dude.
No, they lose.
Jeremy loved
What
it.
is this?
They do lose.
Is this just like he actually does pretty good the first inning, and then all of a sudden it cuts to something, and then it cuts back, and it's like the Bulldogs are winning 1-0, and we're at the top of the 3rd inning. Like, what is this? This is I don't know.
It's
This
beautiful.
seems
Oh,
ridiculous.
probably to set up a speech.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah. Well, and then some Yankee gets a grand slam and it's all over.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of Yanks.
They're yanking.
Well, he's running for mayor on the notion of that. What is it? None of the above.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's running for mayor. He's making a very expensive campaign
Yeah, we haven't
to
even said
encourage
that.
people to not vote for anybody.
So yes, so hey,
But that's
everyone
been going on leading up to this.
That's
particular
correct.
Yeah, so
game.
that's what I'm saying. Hey, listeners, simultaneously to this baseball game of insane proportions being set up and played, he is also sort of running for a political office where his position is don't vote for anyone and I will give you money to do so.
Yeah.
Got
Which,
this.
great. I love it.
He got this idea because earlier he actually, be careful where you give your money out to, because he gave his friend Spike some money. And his friend Spike actually invested that money and made some money back for him. So
Like
he made
$10 million.
$10 million.
He's like, I'm back to where I started.
He's back to where he started after all that spending money, and he's losing his mind. And he sees that these mayoral candidates are having this election, and he wants to be a part of it because he sees a way he can get some money involved. And I don't know, how is he going to lose his money by running for mayor? Mm-hmm. How is he?
I mean, he's just
campaigns.
Yeah, campaigning. Is it like,
Posters.
yeah, he bought like, bulletin
Airtime.
boards, airtime.
So he does. He's
Yeah.
not. Is he running for mayor? And
I mean, I think on paper he's running for mayor, but his campaign
he has
platform
a
is
campaign.
don't
that's,
vote for me or anybody.
So I'm
Yeah.
not understanding
Yeah, so
exactly
he's got
how it works.
billboards and he's paying for TV ads. It was mentioned he has TV airtime in all 50 states in case New Yorkers are on vacation somewhere. So he's just like he's spending that money.
It's a good way to waste the money. But I'm not exactly sure if he wanted to be mayor or not.
I don't think he did.
He definitely did not want to.
No.
Yeah, because as what's his name, Commissioner Gordon pointed out, if you do actually become mayor, that's a salaried position and that's considered an asset. So you can't win, or that would forfeit.
It's a good ticket to run on, but this
Yeah.
is all. There's like a spinning newspaper montage. This movie has a lot of weird montages like that. There's a baseball training montage earlier. There's this mayor running montage.
There's an action news
Yeah.
guy who speaks, but then also text that rolls up in different parts.
What is that about?
I like that guy.
It's only like twice as well. It doesn't even cover much.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing's super bizarre. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this mayor position. This is like really interwoven in a very odd way at the end of the movie where like it happens then doesn't and I totally forget about it. Like does everyone else kind of feel the same? Like it's like
Yes,
bizarre. Like
it's
I don't know what to say
not
about it.
talked
Yeah.
about when it happens, and when it's over, we forget about it. It's just a way to get
Yeah, it's like
$4 million done.
Right,
through
it's like
slush
two
funds.
scenes. It's like all of a sudden he's doing it, and then there's like a baseball game, and then there's like he's mayor again. I was like, what? Or like he's running. I'm like, oh yeah, I totally.
I mean,
forgot
like
about that.
in reality, that would be a really good way to burn money, because like two-party system, blah blah blah. You can spend a ton of money, and you will lose, assuming that there's an election.
Yeah.
Within that 30
Well,
days.
And then the whole mayor thing, like at the very end of the movie, none of the other two candidates won either. They dropped out of the race.
Right.
And then like New York had to hold a special election, I
Yeah.
guess, which seems like a big pain in the ass for those voters of New York. They're like,
No, yeah,
That's
he
great.
made it worse for everybody. But
More money, more money.
that's how the Drake wanted to fuck him, because she's like,
Drake,
yeah, wasn't her name the Drake?
the Drake,
Yeah,
yeah, Angela.
The Angela. Hate the Drake.
Hey, Angela. hey, everyone. Ayo, Owe, Angela. You know, if you know,
are you
you
talking
know.
about the Danza?
You know,
Tony?
Angela?
Tony T?
you know.
Schmonita? Schmash?
I talk about Schmangela daily. Schmangela. Come on, Schmangela.
Schmangela is crunching some numbers, and she figures out that he spent all the damn money. He's broke.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
and she's
about
like, that's it. There are some nice people out there. I do like that the security guards are like, we pulled together $33,000 for you. $33,000. Out of all the stuff you gave us, out of all the breaks.
I feel like those security guards were like, we pulled together 33,000. It was pretty easy because you paid us fucking 900% what our normal salary was.
They were making the lowest. They were making like 4,000 a week or something.
Right. He offered them that job minute one. He didn't know what he was getting into.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty big. If it was, I think it was everybody. But if it was just the security guys, that's a pretty big sacrifice. So good
Yeah.
on them. They rock.
Yeah. And he turns
What
it
else
down.
are they doing, man? They were with him 24/7. They didn't have time to spend that money.
That's true.
Yeah.
You probably gave him raises every day too.
Oh yeah.
Every
probably
hour.
true. Yeah.
Oh, you brought me a Coke.
Cost
You
of-
now get
cost of
$100.
living increase.
Hourly wage negotiations.
Fig Newtons, man, $5,000 a minute.
If you look at my performance in Q1 of today, I think I'm really worth.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so they pull together money. He turns it down. He has only the shirt on his back. He's back on that Cubs shirt and jeans and walks back into the lawyer's office. And, they're like, okay, well, that's it. He's like, I'm losing my mind. And then he sees Warren, and Warren's like, guess what? You know that deposit you gave me? I didn't need it, bro.
Yeah, that
So-
Cox.
So here's $20,000 in cash back. I never needed to use it, and there's only like minutes left. He's freaking out. So yeah, Brewster, that is. So Brewster's like, oh my God, I quit. I'm done. I've lost my mind. He tells the lawyers, like, I'm just gonna sign this over. Like, I'm done. And then Warren, like an idiot, tells his fiance, like, this was the whole scheme. These lawyers are gonna make me a partner. Brewster's a moron, and she's like, whoa, like, why was he spending this money? He's like, oh, like, he couldn't tell anyone, and he has a bigger inheritance. And she gets it, and she's like, oh my God, why do you know any of this? He's like, well, that's the secret too.
Yeah.
Seventh heaven, my ass. Seventh heaven chode style. Chode edition.
Yeah.
Chody.
Chode vision.
Chody and the boys.
Hey, it's me, Chode. Okay. So I can't. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no turning back.
That's fine.
My identity is revealed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So with this, she's like, "Oh my God, you
Like,
son
don't
of a
sign,
yeah, you
yeah,
son of a
yeah.
bitch!" And then he's like, "Brewster, don't sign." And then he punches Warren, and he's like, "I'm gonna sue your ass." And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna need a lawyer." And she's like, "Well, I'm not a lawyer yet." And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna pay for you to go to law school. Here's a retainer, the 20 grand." She writes up a receipt, and I do like Pat Hingle the whole time, because there's even moments before, I know we skipped over a little bit, like there's not much to go back to. Throughout the movie, we noted like Pat Hingle is nice, and he's like this like neutral observer. And I do like, even in the movie, is like, that was an ingenious move, Mr. Brewster, sending the stamp. That was really creative of you. And you could tell that it was like, he is rooting for him within the parameters of what he's allowed to do.
Right.
But I love that he even says this. And he is like clearly noting these lawyers are scummy, but like, I have to be neutral. And he does play a fair game, because even at the end, he's like, did you guys try to obstruct this? Like, I'm going to put an entire investigation on this. Like, you guys are assholes. And that's how that ends for them. And Brewster's like, yeah, and credits roll. And he gets $300 million.
Yeah.
That's the fucking dumbest ending I've.
Yeah.
I
You're
just
such
down
a
my
nice
house
guy.
at the end of this fucking movie.
They did it. They did it. Nice guys do finish nice guys. They finish them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before we go into our final reviews of Brewster's Millions 1985, as always, feel free to reach out to us at rabbittroopsuckspodcast@gmail.com. Again, rabbittroopsuckspodcast@gmail.com. If you have any inquiries, if you want to follow up with any kind of things that we've noted, if you just know something about the films, share. If you have ideas or suggestions, share. Oftentimes I've offered shot glasses, Rabbit Troop Sucks etched shot glasses. If you have a movie that you would want us to review, let us know. I'll totally send you a shot glass and some stickers and some free swag, and we'll get it going. So reach out to us. We're also at rabbittroopsucks.com, our website. There you could find links to merchandise, some of our episodes, pictures about us, very fun things, etc. We're also on Facebook and Instagram, and we are on every platform where podcasts play. I always note I like to use the podcast app on my iPhone. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. We're on everywhere podcasts play. So check us out, and feel free to tell your friends. Please leave us a review. 5 out of 5 is more than welcome with our ad-free awesome podcast. Jeremy, we're looking at the third movie John Candy did. And again, I don't feel this is a lead role. It's just noted he was in 3 1985 films of note. What did you think of Brewster's Millions 1985?
There are things that I like in this movie, and there are things that I didn't like. I really liked how it shows Richard Pryor's intensity as he gets more and more amped up trying to spend this money. And at the end of the movie, he's like, I don't even care about money anymore. Like, this thing was 30 days of pure hell trying to spend this money. I don't care about it anymore. But there are other things, like the whole baseball thing in this, I didn't get. Like, I get that he was like, I don't know. The whole baseball thing, they could have gone a different direction with that. I also think that John Candy would have been better utilized had he had more of an active role alongside Richard Pryor. I think that Richard Pryor's funniest movies involve him in, like, what's his name? Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder, yeah. Different kind of movie. I was thinking The Quick and the Dead. Yeah. Pat Hingle is off the top of my head.
Yeah, that would have worked too. Gene Wilder. Like, when they work like in tandem with one another, I think those are the best Richard Pryor movies. And the ending to this movie was so fucking stupid. It made me want to pull my hair out. Especially the fact that it seemed like they just like we need an ending. You have 5 minutes to write something. Go. And like they like filmed it on the spot right after this guy wrote that. Like, I feel like that was the ending of this movie.
They just ran out of their $30 million.
But I enjoyed parts of this movie. There were things that I just thought were like that didn't click. But again, I love Richard Pryor as a comedian. Some of his movies are hit or miss.
That's fair. Collin, what are you thinking?
I mean, I kind of feel like what Jeremy was saying. It was fine. Like, for Richard Pryor, this one kind of misses a little bit more, I think, than like some of the ones with Gene Wilder. And it was just, it was just fine all the way through. It was consistent. Kind of funny. Just fine.
Yeah.
What about you, Lamar?
You guys stole my thunder because I kind of feel the same way with you. There's better Richard Pryor movies, although this one kind of it's good. It's funny and where it has to be, and it's loose. It's not a really complicated story. I kind of like the story, and you can kind of get into his head of how he's trying to spend this money. You can play along as well. I like his earlier movies before this, like his early 80s and late 70s movies. I wrote down Bustin' Loose and The Toy. His later movies afterwards.
I would like to do The Toy at some point.
Yeah, that would be a good one. We did Movin'. I really love Movin' a lot. That was after this, and so I don't think he dropped off at all. And you mentioned the Gene Wilder connections, the See No Evil, Hear No Evil. That came off a little later than this movie too. That one's good. So he didn't really fall off. He's just, in this movie, he's just not... I don't know what it is. He's not bland. You get a little bit of his comedy, but it's not the greatest. But this movie's all right. I can't hate it. Mike, what do you think about Brewster's Millions?
I'd never seen this movie before. I was convinced that I had, even though I didn't remember anything about it, but I definitely hadn't. Yeah, I agree with pretty much everything everyone has said. I don't have a better suggestion for what Richard Pryor's character could have done with the baseball thing. I didn't care about it. I don't think this movie is funny enough for having Richard Pryor and John Candy in it, two people who I absolutely love. I just didn't think this movie was very funny. I mean, if you like both these people, you will get enjoyment out of it, and I certainly did. But yeah, I don't know. This wasn't a great movie for me. I don't need to watch it again. There were moments. The plot was fine. But yeah, I don't really have anything super positive to say about it.
Yeah, I don't feel as bleak as Mike does on this film. I'm going to open with, though, this is clearly, as I noted, John Candy in those three roles from 85, Summer Rental, this, and Volunteers. This is absolutely the weaker of the three films. Would I revisit any of these films? Absolutely. Volunteers I watch somewhat routinely. Summer Rental I watch pretty much every summer. Mike's been there for most of those summers. So that movie's always...
And that's a great podcast recording, by the way.
Yes.
Summer Rental.
Listener, Summer Rental, and Volunteers. We've done all three. Collin, you've been on all three.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, This movie's really split for me because I do feel there are a lot of fun moments. John Candy is definitely a secondary character in this. Please note that before you go in. Pretty much as everyone's noting, Richard Pryor is much more stronger than this role. I should just say that. So we've seen so many better things by him. So you're watching this as a comparison. You're just like, man, I'd rather watch blank film or another film or whatever it is. As Mike noted, like, he would never watch this film again. I watch this movie every now and then. It's kind of a fun background film. Once you know the story and then it's kind of like ducking your head in and hearing something here and there, that's the kind of movie this is. There's not like a super ton of memorable things. Buying the stamp for me was the most memorable. So there's like some quirky, fun things that happen. But yeah, there are better roles by Richard Pryor. There's definitely better movies by John Candy. His role's fine, but it's so just in the background in all of this. But I overall had fun watching it, but I'm glad we did all three of them. But watch this movie, as we always say, like our Rami review. Should we watch it as a group or individually? It doesn't matter with this film.
Yeah.
I think anyone's going to be like, you're going to feel the same. But I do think this movie's worth watching. You do get some of that 1985 sensibility in film, various other things. So kind of fun, notable people.
Do you think like the notion of, hey, you have this much amount of money you have to spend in a day is like common enough that it kind of spoiled the movie? Like if we had never heard of that premise before, do you think this movie would be better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And
I also think that, like, if you're a scholar of comedy, specifically like stand-up comedy and maybe like transferability to cinema, you have to, like, Richard Pryor is, again, I've always said it, like, he is a great storyteller comedian. And I think that if you study up on his comedy and then watch his movies, you'll maybe get a better appreciation out of them, because you do see some jokes come through in all of his movies.
Also, if this movie just had a much bigger budget, like if he could have just gone shithouse mad with some of the money and we could have seen
like
that.
Maybe $30 million budget.
Nice. It's real time. That would have been the story to write about. Like, this movie was burning $30 million real time.
Documentary style.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor sent me that stamp. It was me. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think people should watch this film, but I think no one's going to walk away being like, oh my God, it was great. I think they're going to want to watch some of the other films and greats that Candy and Pryor have been in. As always, I miss you, John Candy, and I miss you, Richard Pryor, but like John Candy above all is just someone I've noted that, like, oh man, like real loss in Hollywood. Always thought of as a really nice guy, and so many people wrote about that. There's a really notable John Candy documentary coming out. So I know, Collin, you looked up the director about that. I don't know if we mentioned that last week. I just can't remember who the director was.
It's already forgotten.
Oh man,
Is it called Candygrams?
it is. And you get sent that candy in the mail. And people are like, and then you eat it, and then you look at your screen, but you don't see anything. And now you realize it's a horror film because what you're watching is only in your mind, in your mind's eye.
Have you ever puked from too much candy?
No.
Oh, it was Collin
I
Hanks.
Oh, it's Colin Hanks. Yeah, duh.
That's right.
Yeah, Colin Hanks
Oh.
is in a directed documentary. That's awesome. Well, coming at you next week, we've got joysticks. We're staying in 1980s, looking at a fun little arcade romp.
Dual wielding.
Yeah.
But the thing that Jeremy just did, I wish you could see.
Oh, they saw.
Because it was hot. He was like, fuck yeah, joysticks.
They saw in their mind's eye.
Yeah.
The jokes will be predictable and hilarious at
Yeah,
the same time.
Absolutely.
What I don't
Hilarity
get it, Colin. What do you
will
mean?
ensue.
Penis jokes. It's going to be so full of dick jokes.
Oh, it's gonna be so full of
Jeremy's going to be on fire next episode.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
The Dickening by M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh.
I can't wait for the
Well,
No? Okay.
drink your tiger blood, everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
It's gonna happen.
That's right.
Well, we're going to continue on this summer. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. So, joysticks, 1983. We'll be back at you. Any final thoughts about this? Brewster's Millions, 1985. Richard Pryor, John Candy. Rest in peace, both of you.
Yeah.
Rick Moranis.
And Rick
And Rick
Moranis.
Moranis.
Oh,
Not
and
rest in peace.
there's a
And Jerry Orbach.
there's a special
Jesus,
guest
somebody's dead in this
appearance
movie.
by a Russian comedian who's a cabbie. It's Mr. Yakov.
Oh yeah,
Forgot to mention that.
Yakov Smirnoff.
It's a bit part, but hey, if you know your 80s stand-up comedy, Yakov Smirnoff is on there.
I love Americans.
Hey, in my country, Rabbit Troop sucks. Well, I don't want to say what they do to you. But as always, Rabbit Troop sucks.
You got parents and stuff? I'm just kidding. I don't got anything.